I didn't start running until my late 50s. And believe me, when I tell people that, I can see the surprise on their faces. Like I've broken some unspoken rule that says, if you don't start young, it's not worth starting at all. But the truth? Starting later is exactly why running has been so transformative for me. I wasn't trying to shave seconds off a 10K time. I wasn't chasing trophies or podiums. I was trying to heal. I was trying to feel alive again after a serious health scare that made me rethink everything. How I was living, how I was aging, and what kind of future I wanted to fight for. And that's where VO2 Max comes in. Now, I didn't know what VO2 Max was when I started. I barely understood how to pace myself. I just knew I needed to move. I needed a way to rebuild my health from the ground up. But somewhere along the line, as I kept showing up, run after run, week after week, I started hearing this phrase more often, on my watch, in articles, from other runners, VO2 Max. At first, I ignored it. Just another fancy metric, right? Something for elite athletes to obsess over, not someone like me who was just proud to be out there moving. But then I read something that really got my attention. It said, your VO2 Max is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live and how well you'll live. Not just as a runner, as a human being. That it could predict all-cause mortality more powerfully than cholesterol, smoking, or blood pressure. I remember thinking, why the heck doesn't everyone know about this? So I dove in. VO2 Max stands for maximal oxygen uptake. It's a measure of how efficiently your body can take in oxygen and deliver it to your muscles when you're working hard. Think of it like this. Your muscles are engines. Oxygen is your fuel. VO2 Max tells you how big your fuel tank is and how well your body uses that fuel under pressure. The higher your VO2 Max, the more oxygen your body can use, and the better you perform when things get tough. But here's where it gets really interesting and personal. Improving VO2 Max isn't just about shaving time off your runs. It's about building an internal resilience that protects your brain, your heart, your lungs, your whole system. There's even research showing that people in the highest VO2 Max category have dramatically lower rates of disease and significantly longer health spans. That's not just about living longer. It's about staying sharp, strong, and mobile deep into life. And for me, coming from a place where I was staring down some real health challenges, that kind of leverage mattered. It meant I could take control again. It meant I wasn't powerless in the face of aging. I could train my body to handle more, to bounce back faster, to keep me alive longer. Not just in years, but in quality. And the best part? VO2 Max is not fixed. It's not some static number you're born with. Sure, genetics play a role, but training can move the needle, and I'm living proof. I started late, with no base fitness to speak of. When I first checked my VO2 Max, it was, well, let's just say humbling. But I didn't let that number define me. I let it guide me. I ran slow. I walked when I had to. I built up volume gently. Then, when my body was ready, I started adding effort smartly. Intervals, hills, threshold work. Not punishment, practice. And over time, my VO2 Max climbed. Not in a straight line, not fast, but up, steady, consistent. And with it, everything else started to shift. Energy, recovery, mood, even sleep. That's when I knew I was onto something real. I'll never forget this one morning. Cool, quiet, perfect running weather. About 3 miles in, I realized I wasn't thinking about my breathing. My body was just moving. Fluid. Efficient. And it hit me. I had become someone I never thought I'd be. Someone who could run. someone whose body now knew how to use oxygen well, someone whose heart, lungs, and mind were working together, stronger than they'd been in years. And listen, if I can do this, you absolutely can too. And I don't just mean you can get better or feel okay. I mean you can thrive. You can train your VO2 max like a muscle. You can build a stronger aerobic engine that supports your whole life. For me, it's not about race results. It's about being there long term. It's about meeting my great-grandchildren one day and having the strength and energy to be there in every sense of the word. That's why I train. That's why I care about this number. And this is something I tell the runners I coach all the time. It's not about doing more. It's about doing it right. One of my favorite quotes comes from legendary coach Jack Daniels. Do as little as possible to get the most gains. That's it. That's the whole game. You don't have to thrash yourself. You don't have to train like a maniac. You just need to train smart. Stay consistent. Build your base. Add in intensity with intention. And let time do its work. Now here's something else that surprised me. Training isn't the only way to improve VO2 max. It's the foundation, yes. But there are also proven science-backed supplements that can support this process. Not gimmicks, not shortcuts, but actual compounds that, when combined with consistent training, have been shown to raise VO2 max further. And over the next few videos, we're going to explore those. I'll break down exactly which ones work, how they work, and how to use them safely to support the bigger goal, building a body that lasts. Because, let's be clear, this isn't about hacks. This is about stacking the deck in your favor. It's about using every tool available to feel stronger, recover faster, and keep showing up for life with energy and clarity. VO2 max is a powerful metric, but it's also just the beginning. There's more we can do, and we're going to talk about all of it. So, if you're just starting out, or maybe you've been running for years but never really paid attention to VO2 max, this is your moment. Track it. Train for it. Don't obsess over the number, but respect what it tells you. Use it to stay consistent. Use it to remind yourself why you're doing this in the first place. Because when it comes to running, to aging, to life, VO2 max might just be the clearest signal we have that we're moving in the right direction. And if you're finding value here, stick around. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and let's keep growing together. We're not just running. We're building something that lasts.